Bro, if you think actual genius ideas happen while sitting in a boring classroom, you've been lied to your whole life. No cap. The greatest moves in human history basically started over a single overpriced cup of bean water. Rewind to hundreds of years ago, before algorithms or group chats even existed, people needed a place to just drop hot takes. So everybody started pulling up to coffee shops, turning them into the ultimate in real-life main character hub. Entire revolutions, massive books, and wild businesses were literally plotted while sitting on uncomfortable wooden chairs. Think of old-school coffee houses as basically the first ever Discord servers, but with zero lag and way more caffeine. You couldn't just doomscroll alone in your room, you literally had to talk to random strangers who had wild takes. You'd have poets, political nerds, and inventors all sitting at the same wobbly table trading lore. When you mix people who don't normally talk to each other, boom, that's where the absolute cheat code ideas come from. Half the time, nobody was even trying to change the world. They were just running their mouths and messing around. Then someone drops a random thought on a napkin, and suddenly it turns into an entire cultural reset. When you're stuck in the exact same room staring at your wall, your brain gets lazy and puts itself on autopilot. Stepping into a bustling spot forces your head to wake up and notice stuff it normally skips right over. Pure silence sounds nice, but it actually makes your brain focus way too hard on literally nothing. The background chatter and clinking cups act like low-key background noise that lets your subconscious do its thing. It didn't matter if you were super rich or totally broke, everyone bought the exact same drink and sat in the same room. That meant nobody was gatekeeping ideas. If your take was trash, people told you immediately. No filter. Back in 17th century London, coffee shops were literally nicknamed penny universities because a single penny got you in the door. Imagine dropping literally pocket change to get access to the smartest, weirdest minds in the entire city. Before coffee took over, everyone was basically drinking weak beer all day long because the water wasn't safe. So switching from being low-key tipsy all day to caffeine-hyped completely unlocked humanity's collective brainpower. Massive empires and entire global financial systems were literally cooked up on the back of coffee shop tables. The London Stock Exchange basically started out as people yelling prices at each other while sipping espresso at Jonathan's coffee house. Even major political revolutions got their jumpstart in these exact spots because rebels needed somewhere discreet to plan. They'd pull up, grab a brew, talk massive trash about royalty, and leave with a whole strategy to overthrow a kingdom. Take the French Revolution, for example. The entire thing was sparked at Café de Foy, right in the heart of Paris. A guy named Camille Desmoulins literally jumped on a table outside a coffee shop, rallied the crowd, and signaled the start of the uprising. Even Isaac Newton and his scientist bros used to hang out at coffee shops just to flex their theoretical math theories on each other. They'd argue about gravity over dark roast, instead of keeping their theories locked away in some dusty university library. Some of the most iconic books you had to read in English class were typed out in loud, crowded coffee shops. J.K. Rowling literally wrote huge chunks of Harry Potter sitting in Edinburgh cafes because it was cheaper than heating her apartment. Fast forward to today, and literally half of Silicon Valley's multi-billion-dollar startups started on a guest Wi-Fi network. Founders would grind for 12 hours on a single $5 oat milk latte just to pitch investors in the next booth over. Sociologists have a whole name for this magic setup. They call it the third place. It's not where you sleep, and it's not where you grind or study. It's that weird neutral zone where you just exist. When you're at home or school, you've got expectations, deadlines, and a million chores staring you down. But at a coffee shop, you're just a spectator, which removes all the pressure and lets your brain go wild. Whenever you stare at a blank Google Doc at home, your brain goes totally blank because you're forcing it too hard. In a coffee shop, you get distracted just enough by random people watching that your guard drops and the real ideas slide right in. There's even this psychological vibe called social facilitation, where seeing other people work makes you want to work too. It's mutual peer pressure. Nobody wants to be the one guy in the room playing solitaire while everyone else is building their empire. Today, everything we do online is curated by algorithms that only show us stuff we already agree with. Coffee shops break that echo chamber, because you can't filter out who sits at the table next to you. You might hear an animator talking about a script problem right when you're trying to write a soundtrack. One random, awkward conversation later, and you just unlocked a brand new project that neither of you could have made alone. So, If you're stuck right now on a project, a video script, or just figuring out your life, pack your bag. Close the 20 random YouTube tabs, put your phone on Do Not Disturb, and find a local spot. You don't need a crazy fancy setup, expensive gear, or a high-end office to create something legendary. All you need is a little bit of caffeine, some random ambient noise, and the willingness to let your brain cook. History proves that when human beings gather around coffee and chat, whole worlds change forever. Your next viral video, app idea, or life-changing realization is probably waiting for you at a table nearby right now. So grab a drink, claim your spot, and stop waiting for inspiration to magically hit you at home. Go touch some grass, get that caffeine hit, and go make some history of your own. If this video gave you an existential epiphany or made you crave a cold brew, hit that subscribe button right now. Drop a comment below telling me your absolute best idea that you cooked up while sitting in a coffee shop. Smash the like button so the algorithm knows to send this to all the other over-caffeinated creative geniuses. Thanks for watching. Stay locked in, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.